evening, I'm Keisha Butts with a CTV News update. As we reported yesterday, cases of COVID-19 have recently spiked at the University of Maryland, and it's having a major effect on students. Patricia Vallone is on campus for reaction to the news.
This is the area known as Fraternity Row on the University of Maryland campus. It's also a hotspot for the coronavirus. The Diamondback reports that COVID-19 cases have spiked over 400% over the last several weeks. 2 Greek houses, a fraternity and sorority, have been asked to self-quarantine.
I don't live here. I live in an off-campus house. But, I mean, we're in a college town. I think that it's going to increase kind of before it gets better. I think that there's a lot of stuff that people could do to decrease it, like staying home and, not going out with a million people right now just because it is increasing every day. But yeah, I mean, everyone just has to do their part and stay home and stay healthy and just not hang out with big groups of people and wear your mask.
I know a lot of people that have gotten it already, but I mean, yeah, it kind of happens.
A lot of people on campus?
A mix.
What are your thoughts about holding in-person classes at this point?
I don't think that's happening. I would like it to happen. It's a lot harder doing it online, but it's not looking good for in person.
Now, classes are currently being held virtually, but prior to this outbreak, school officials had hoped to hold some in-person classes in the near future. From College Park, I'm Patricia Vallone, CTV News.
2 Greek life houses, Phi Delta Theta fraternity and Sigma Kappa sorority, have been asked to self-quarantine. Free COVID-19 testing is taking place today and will continue throughout the week. The testing will be held at the Impact One Church at 7230 Central Avenue in Capitol Heights until 7 this evening. On Friday, September 11th, the site will be open from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. And on Saturday, the 12th, you can get a test from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. The free testing event is sponsored by the church and Delegate Daryl Barnes. We've been calling them heroes for months. Now Maryland Congressman Dutch Ruppersberger is proposing federal legislation that would award hospital workers on the front lines of COVID-19. He calls it hero pay. It would provide hazard pay to doctors, nurses, specialists, and non-medical staff, such as custodians who work in close proximity to COVID-19 patients. It's unclear how much workers would receive or where the money for the plan would come from. New York State, New Jersey, and Connecticut have expanded their coronavirus travel advisory, and Maryland is now on that list. That means if you travel from Maryland to any of those 3 states, you are required to self-quarantine for 14 days. New York Governor Mario Cuomo says that Maryland, Delaware, Ohio, and West Virginia were added to its list because they meet the metrics to qualify for New York's travel advisory. According to Johns Hopkins Hospital, Maryland's 7-day rolling positivity rate is 6.23%. New York's is 0.89. The Maryland Health Department reports 336 new coronavirus cases today. The agency also says 9 people have lost their lives to COVID in the last 24 hours. Statewide, there have been more than 100,000 confirmed cases of the virus. The flu season is approaching, and Governor Larry Hogan is encouraging residents to get their annual flu shots. The governor and First Lady Yumi Hogan got their vaccinations this morning. He says getting a flu shot is more important than ever this year. Hogan says you'll protect yourself and the community and help the healthcare system, which is battling the COVID-19 pandemic. Funeral services were held this morning for legendary Georgetown basketball coach John Thompson. He led Georgetown for 27 years, making it one of the premier basketball programs in the country. He was the first African-American coach to win an NCAA championship and sent numerous players to the NBA. A father figure and cultural icon to many, Thompson was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1999. The first Black woman to be admitted to the University of Maryland Nursing School has died. Esther McCready passed away last Wednesday. She was 89 years old. When she first applied to the Maryland School of Nursing in Baltimore, she was denied entry because of her color. The case wound up in court with the NAACP taking up her cause. Thurgood Marshall was her attorney. In April of 1950, the university was ordered to admit McCready. She would later graduate and pass the nursing exam on her first try. In 2015, the school that denied her entry presented her with an honorary Doctor of Public Service degree. In the months before a Prince George's County police officer fatally shot a man, the police department's early warning system flagged him as an officer who might be heading for trouble. This according to the Washington Post. That officer, Corporal Michael Owen, was charged in January with killing William Green, who was handcuffed in a police car. According to the Post, Owen triggered the early warning system twice last summer, but his supervisors were not formally notified until January, the month William Green was killed. State election officials nix a requirement that a team count mail-in ballots in November, according to Maryland Matters. The emergency change, which would apply only to the November 3rd election, allows an individual election judge to canvass mail-in ballots by themselves, as long as the public can watch. Normally, a bipartisan team of election workers is involved in canvassing. The regulatory change means local boards can streamline the ballot counting process. One of the nation's largest online retailers is looking to hire thousands of people nationwide through an online career day. Amazon is preparing to host a virtual career day next Wednesday, September 16th. The company says it wants to hire 33,000 employees nationwide. It's expected to employ more than 1,100 people in the Washington metro region. To register, visit AmazonCareerDay.com. A new report ranks Maryland in the top 10 of the most diverse states in America. The Wallet Hub report places Maryland as the 7th most diverse nationwide. The study reviewed economic, household, religious, and political statistics to determine rankings. Virginia ranked number 12 on the list. Prince George's officers gather this morning to stuff more than 1,000 book bags for an upcoming drive on September 26th with Cottage City Police and an organization called Make Smart Cool. They will be giving away free school supplies such as crayons, glue, pens, pencils, and notebooks to all county kids. The event will take place at the police department on Barlow Road from 10 to 1 p.m. Officers say this is a way to give back to the community.
With kids being at home, with everything that's going on right now, a lot of the families aren't at work, don't have the means to be able to get the supplies the kids need in order to be successful at school as they're starting virtual classroom. So we think it's important for us to be able to do everything we can to make sure that these kids have everything they need to be successful at school and in life.
It's everyone's job to help the younger generation get off to a good start, and this is our contribution to helping that process.
Representatives from Councilwoman Denny Tavares' office were also at today's preparation event. They plan on holding a back-to-school drive with the police department later this month. The Prince George's County Board of Education is set to host a public meeting on the district's capital improvement program. It will be a telephone town hall meeting on the CIP plan for 2022 through 2027. It takes place tomorrow, September 10th at 6 p.m. Participants must register online to speak. For more information, contact the Board of Education office at 301-952-6115. The Prince George's Memorial Library System is offering more than 10 full scholarships for people who want to finish high school. It's part of the Career Online High School program. Prince George's residents who are 21 years or older, have a library card, and have finished 8th grade can earn an accredited diploma online through this program. It's free and there's rolling admission. Nicholas Brown says this is a great opportunity for people trying to go back to school to continue their education or people who are considering a career change.
There's some great opportunities for career specialization certificates that come along with the diploma. So if, for example, folks want to get into retail or homeland security, there are benefits beyond just the diploma of getting specialized training.
For more details about the program, visit pgcmls.info. 4 days and counting, the NFL football team will take the field against the Philadelphia Eagles on Sunday. It will be the home opener at FedEx Field as the 2020 NFL season kicks off. For Dwayne Haskins, it will be a big day. He will begin the year as the team's starting quarterback.
They're going to be disruptive up front. You know that they get after the passer. That's something that you have to just know when playing Philly. And this is really trying to find those mismatches, whether it's a new corner or a new linebacker or a new safety, and getting Terry opportunities to get open. Scott calls a play, and I hear this is a look. I get the matchup I want. I can alert him. If it's cover 2, I'm working this This cover 3, I'm working this. Versus cover 4, I'm working this down here. Versus pressure, I have a hot answer here. Versus 0, I got my back. And there's just certain things that you have to be locked in on, because say like you didn't think versus play out get cover 3, you get cover 3 and it's a pick 6. And it's just certain things that you have to understand and be fully dialed in on going into a game and going into a play, because every play, every situation matters. The control of the offense, the energy that I feel I bring to practice is better, way better than it was last year. My demeanor overall, just me having more confidence in myself to go do what I have to do as this leader of this football team and this offense, and having coaches that believe in me, something that just propelled me to even have more confidence out there on the field. So just trying to find ways to make plays and win games, and I feel like I'm doing a great job figuring out ways to make those things happen, and hopefully it comes out on the field Sunday.
The game kicks off at 1 p.m. And that wraps up our CTV News update. Join us again tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Have a good night.
For the latest information on COVID-19 in Maryland, visit the State Health Department website. That's health.maryland.gov. Again, health.maryland.gov. Click the link to the COVID-19 information portal. There you'll find all the latest information about coronavirus. You'll find daily updates on cases and fatalities. Answers to questions about testing and the governor's stay-at-home order are available as well. For specific information about Prince George's, visit princegeorgescountymd.gov. That's princegeorgescountymd.gov. The site offers information about local services for residents and businesses. There's a link for COVID-19 relief donations. Also, food pantry locations are listed. And if you have any questions, call the county COVID-19 hotline at 301-883-6627. That's 301-883-6627.
There was a time in my life where I was extremely homesick. I decided that I needed a pet. When I first saw a turtle, my heart was full. He jumped up and kissed me and jumped right into my arms. I immediately went up to the volunteers at the shelter and said, I want him. He's got to come home with me. Now I'm anything but lonely. Every day with Turtle is a perfect day and keeps me company when I'm doing schoolwork. I like it when he jumps up on the table too. He is a veggie thief. He's an incredible companion and my best friend. Can't say that I've met anybody that doesn't love him too. When I adopted Turtle, I discovered all the things that make him unique. He's a little bit of a lot of things, but mostly he's all pure love.
I am what child hunger looks like in America. I am a 9-year-old boy who hopes a friend invites me to a sleepover so I can have dinner. I am a 15-year-old girl who goes for walks during lunch so my friends won't know I don't have anything to eat. I am a 13-year-old boy who gets into fights at school just because I'm hungry. I was created by artificial intelligence from faces of the 1 in 7 American children who struggle with hunger. Kids you pass by every day but never knew they were hungry.
Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
Do you know what to do if you're stuck on the railroad crossing? Get out of your vehicle. If a train is not approaching, find the blue and white emergency notification system sign on the traffic signs at the crossing. For help, call the number on the sign and give them the crossing number so they know your location and can alert train traffic. Remember, find the blue and white to save your life.